the ground zero, of course. Quote, that potent combination of beliefs and history those closest to Mayor Bloomberg today has fueled his defense of the proposed Muslim Community Center in Lower Manhattan. A defense he has mounted with emotion, with strikingly strong language, and in the face of polls suggesting that most New Yorkers disagree with him. Something about this issue just really hooked into him, said Howard J. Rubenstein, the powerful public relations executive, who was a friend of Mr. Bloomberg. It deeply upset him. For many, the issue of the Islamic Cultural Center near Ground Zero has become personal. This hasn't helped with the dialogue. The project dialogue was in quotes. The project was supposed to start. The mayor, of course, is not alone in taking an emotional stance on an issue that could be fairly described as a debate over, quote, the rights of a private property owner. Here's the Washington Post, Charles Krauthammer. Krauthammer?
Oh, God.
I know, here we go. A place is made sacred by a widespread belief that it was visited by the miraculous or the transcendent, the Temple Mount, by the presence there once of great nobility and sacrifice, Gettysburg, or by the blood of martyrs and the indescribable suffering of the innocent, Auschwitz. When we speak of Ground Zero as hallowed ground, what we mean is that it belongs to those who suffered and died there, and that such ownership obliges us, the living, to preserve the dignity and memory of the place, never allowing it to be forgotten, trivialized, or misappropriated. It's why, when no one objects... Butter? Oh, thanks. Oh, it's sherbet. That's much, almost better than butter. Butter. We've got a sherbet break here. Well, that's delicious. When we speak of Ground Zero as hallowed ground, when we speak of Ground Zero as hallowed ground, what we mean is that it belongs to those of us who suffered and died there, and that such ownership obliges us, the living, to preserve the dignity and memory of the place, never allowing it to be forgotten, trivialized, or misappropriated. Right? So it's why, when no one objects to Japanese cultural centers, the idea of putting one up at Pearl Harbor would be offensive, and why Pope John Paul II ordered the Carmelite nuns, Carmelite nuns to leave the convent they had established at Auschwitz. He was in no way devaluing their heartfelt mission to pray for the souls of the dead. He was teaching them a lesson in respect. This is not your place, it belongs to others. However pure your voice, better to let silence reign. And the article continues. The issue of the Cordova Initiative's Cultural Center, a couple of blocks from the site of the World Trade Center, has been the summer's slow-burning political issue, with a white-hot culture war at its center. President Obama's decision Friday night to support the mosque certainly won't cool any tempers. So, is it a monument to, quote, monument to tolerance, unquote, or to terrorism? That's the question that, as the Times' Ann Barnard recently, that's the question that, as the Times' Ann Barnard discovered through some good reporting, the center's planners were initially unprepared to answer. In fact, advanced preparation seems to be a weak spot at the Cordova Initiative. When asked on a radio talk show last week whether he considered Hamas a terrorist group, the group's leader, Imam Faisal Abdul Rauf, responded, "I'm not a politician. I try to avoid the issues. The issue of terrorism is a very complex question. Fortunately, there's nothing a blogosphere loves better than complexity." Can I just say that's a great quote? I'll live by that.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody tweet that now.
I think that might be the opposite of the truth.
I know. That's why the New York Times said it. I'm repeating it again. Fortunately, there's nothing that blogosphere loves better than complexity. So, it's worth, and then this entire
They're going for
They're
there.
It's worth pointing out that many on the left were angered by the Barnard article. There is a constant temptation to publish articles like this that delve into the lesser-known details. Feel free to pull up more chairs, yeah. The lesser-known details of a topic or look at the small ways in which the mosque organizers naively brought some of the trouble on themselves, wrote Josh